So for Google Slides, if you're a Google school, this will be very easy for you to use because all of the Google functions in the Education Suite are already linked to your Google account, and it's easy to sign up for that. So you're going to go to slides.google.com. That's slides.google.com. Of course, you would type that into your URL. And then that brings you to the Google Slides page where you can find different presentations from the gallery. You can see the ones that you have already created if you are signed in. And so you can go through and pick from the template gallery any one it's a template that's already created for you, so then you can just fill in. You can start from scratch and create it how you want to. If you use one of these templates, then it's very easy for you to adjust it to how you want it to look. So I'm just going to pick a book report. And so as a teacher, you can pull up this template and you can post it on your Google Classroom, send it as an assignment, and then make a copy for each student. Then when they log on to Google Classroom and they open their project, they already have the template that you want them to use. Now, if you want to give them freedom and not have them confined to this template, whichever template that you choose, then you just create the assignment and tell them to create a Google Slides presentation, and then they will just go to slides.google.com. They will go back to the page where we just were, and they're going to click on blank. And so here we're going to create our own presentation. So the first thing you want to do is change the name. So this is Statistics Project. And so we're going to name it. And if students are working, of course, they want to put their name. And here we're going to go to Slide and put a new slide. You can change the layout. If you like the title at the top and then the text, then you can leave it like that. If you want to change the layout, you're going to click on Slide, Apply Layout, and here you can see the different layouts that are available. If you choose a blank one, then you can put any pictures, graphics, any kind of design that you want on there, you just insert them in there. If you want one that has one column text, one that has text and the description, one that has caption at the bottom, so you could add a picture there and then put at the bottom your credits, because you want to give credit where credit is due, so you can have your resources listed at the bottom. And you could have a section header. So, you know, it's really open to however you want to create it. So I'm going to do a section and title, and we're going to say vocabulary, and then here I could put all the vocabulary for this unit. So if your students are creating this, you can give them a rubric and say, this is what I expect from you, and then they can go through and check it off. Okay, I have my vocabulary, now I have my practice, now I have the theme, the setting. If you're in ELA, I have each part of the biome listed. If you're in science, I have all the parts of government. If you're in social studies, make it for your subject, your rubric, to line up with what you expect from your students. And so they go through and they continue to slide, new slide, apply layout. They can change their background. They can duplicate slides. So if I want it to look like this all the way down, then I'm just going to duplicate that slide and then edit the information from there. If I want to add a picture, insert image, and if you have it saved to your Google Drive, you can click on Google Drive. If you are working with something and you want a picture of what you're working on right now, you can click on Insert Image Camera and then take a picture. So if your students are working on a project, a hands-on project, and they want to add that into their presentation, then at this point in the presentation, they would do Insert Camera, Insert Image Camera, and then take a picture of their project, and they can have themselves in the picture. They can take a picture of them and their partner with their project. It's really open to however the students give the student the choice for how they want to create this project. And then you can search from the web. So if I want statistics, then I can find all kinds of graphs here that I can use. So I'm going to click on this picture and insert it. And then you scale it down. If you hit shift while you're scaling it down, it will keep the ratio. So we're just going to put that right there and click on this text box and click delete. So now I have graphs, and we can talk about graphs in statistics. So now in the next part, once you get all the information, because the information is the important part, that's what we're grading them on, is do you know the standards that I'm teaching you? Then once students have their presentation, all their information is accurate, and they are settled on that information, then they can go on to the creative part and they can choose their theme. And if you choose your theme, it will make your title slide different from your other slides. That way it stands out. And there's so many different ones, and you can even import your own theme. You can change it to where you make each background yourself. There's several to choose from. Okay, now the important part, if students are sharing this with you, if they're sharing this with you on Google Classroom and you did not make the copy for them, you didn't make the template and give them a copy for them, that way you have access to it, then they're going to have to share it and change their sharing settings. If they just copy the link and paste it into Google Classroom, you are not going to have access to this. So when your students share this, they're going to click on Get Shareable Link. And then from here, you can click on More and change it to it's public. Anybody on the internet can find it. Anyone with a link can find it. So if you're working on something that's going to go outside of your school district and you want other people, let's say you're Skyping with a school from another county and students are working on the project with students in another county, then they're going to need to share that with anyone with the link. Or you can say anyone within your district, anyone within your district with the link, or only specific people. And if you put only specific people, then they have to type in your address. Personally, I would say if this is only going to my teacher, then I'm going to click on anyone at Pierce County School District with the link. And then you're going to say can view, can edit, can comment. If they are sharing it with their teacher, the teacher needs to be able to comment on it. If they're sharing it with a partner who's going to work on it with them, then they need to make sure that it's can edit. So we're going to say that this person can comment. Anybody with the link in my district can comment, and I'm going to save it and then copy the link. And now that I've copied the link, I can paste it into Google Classroom. I can turn it in, and now my teacher has my project, and I know whenever my teacher sits down to grade my project, then she has access to it. I don't have to worry about her requesting or him requesting access and sending me an email and it being delayed. So all of this is already finished, and once you are happy with your presentation, you click done, and then that's it. Your project is finished. You've turned it into Google Classroom or whichever platform your teacher is choosing to use, and you're done.